This ain't just a channel, this is BBTV.
It's Thankful Thursday, a pause in the chaos to notice what still holds up, keeps us going, or surprised us this week in the best way. Gratitude lives here. It's
A boss be rising, BBTV's igniting, turn the volume up, yeah, the whole world's invited. From the gravel road to the neon dream, she built an empire out of broken wings. Boss be rising, sky ain't even the ceiling when she hits go live, everybody feels it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Ask a Bee and happy Thankful Thursday, where today we're diving into something that might be one of the most, powerful forces in our lives, and we don't even always realize it. Music. Not just our favorite songs, not just playlists for a mood, but the way music shapes us, carries us, understands us when people don't. And sometimes even builds our entire life story. So, from meeting spouses in choir halls to blasting gratitude anthems in the car, from classical devotion to chaotic head nod energy, today we're talking about how we approach music, how we appreciate it, and why so many of us are genuinely thankful it exists at all. Because if you really think about it, okay, there's not a mood or a season or a heartbreak, a victory, or even a memory that music hasn't touched in some way. So let's just get into this. What does music mean to you, and how do you listen to it? Good questions. All right, let me get set up here, and we are there. Okay, so here's our first little letter of the day. We got some small ones, but lots of good comments too. All right. Music that gives you thanks, or that makes you, pardon me, I'm going to start that one over. Music that makes you give thanks you're living right now, right this moment. Question mark. This is probably unpopular since people like to be sad about stuff, but I love living life and I want to be motivated every day since I am starting my first job ever. Hooray for you. Anyways, any songs, playlists that make you feel very good. I love good vibes music. Okay, we got a lot of those, right? And I'm supposed to be over here. Hi. Okay, so, music that makes you give thanks. You are living right now, right this moment, is not about genre, I don't think. It's about electricity. It's about that spark that runs through your chest and makes you aware that you are breathing on purpose and not by accident. Now, I love this question because this person isn't asking for sad playlists or breakup anthems or lay on the floor and stare at the ceiling music. They're saying, I love living my life. I'm starting my first job ever. I want to feel motivated every single day. And that energy right there, powerful. It's so powerful because we don't celebrate that enough. We almost act like it's cooler to be exhausted or cynical or detached. But there is something so strong about waking up and saying, I am excited to be here. I am grateful to be here. Thankful Thursday, y'all. I want my soundtrack to match that, right? We all want to do that, right? I know I do every day. And the music that does that for me is the kind that makes my shoulders lift and my spine straighten. The kind where the first few seconds hit and I feel like I could just walk into any room and handle whatever is waiting for me. Hello, Gabriel. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. So, sometimes that big joyful pop that feels like sunlight through speakers, sometimes it's rock that feels like adrenaline in my bloodstream. Sometimes it's songs that build slowly and then explode in the chorus, like they've been holding in gratitude and finally letting it out. Because gratitude isn't quiet, it's not soft, it's not polite. It's loud and bold, and it says, I survived. I made it to this day. Oh, thank you, Gabriel. I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking. Very good to hear that you're doing well too. Let's see. I do have another shot at this life, that's what this is. This That's the genre I'm thinking of here, okay? Because it's not really a genre, it's just a feel good moment that you just want more of, right? And when you're starting your first job, that's a milestone. That's independence. That's stepping into your own story. And you know what? You deserve a soundtrack that matches that level of becoming. So look for music that makes you move without thinking, that makes you sing, even if you can't sing. Maybe even if you don't know the words, hum it, that makes you feel like the main character in your own life instead of a side character, right? Watching it happen. That's never fun. Good vibes music isn't shallow, it's strength. It's choosing momentum. It's deciding that today is worth showing up for. And when you find that song that makes you smile for no reason, that makes you feel bigger than your doubts. It really does. That makes you grateful you are alive in this exact moment. That's the one you play on repeat. I know I have quite a few that I need to hear that just one more time. So that's alignment, right? That's you meeting your future with open arms, and that kind of energy will carry you further than any sad anthem ever could. You know it will. Now, this one had a few comments that I really liked too, so we're going to get into those. All right, these are some songs that left by a commenter that I thought were pretty good. I don't know all of them. I won't say that I do, but there's quite a few here. We got Burning Desire by Lana Del Rey. Now, I know that one, believe it or not, 54 years old, but I am eclectic and I love music. That's why I'm here today. Let's see. Happy Pharrell Williams. Oh, heck yes. That is definitely a wake up to a good day song, right? Electric Love, Borns. Good Morning, Max Frost. Meant to Be, GFL, C'est La Vie. I always say it wrong. Maurice Moore. Smile by Snoop Dogg. I love me some Snoop, okay? I love me some Snoop. Let me just tell you, my husband's name is Todd, okay? And when you're riding down the road and all of a sudden you hear your husband going, park it like you're Todd, park it like you're Todd, park it like you're Todd, you know you're having a good day, right? Anyway, hey, we like parodies too, don't we? See, we got Glorious by Macklemore. Higher, Tail Cruise. Best Day Ever, Sly. Burn the House Down, AJR. Mercy, Duffy. There's a good one. Here Comes the Sun, the Beatles. Oh, did I change that one? I think I just took that one out. It was Fork Your Money. I can't say the last name, but if you know that song, there you go. So, Money by Legally 47, Hey Girl, Lady Gaga, New Confessional, Mac Frost, One Last Day, Rob Thomas, Man in the Mirror, MJ, Michael Jackson, of course, Best Life, Cardi and Chance, Good Day, Happy Roots, Black Balloons, Denzel Curry. I love this list because look at the range, okay? Just look. Good to see you laughing, man. That's awesome. I love it when people are laughing and having a good time in my chat room, let me tell you. Thanks for being here, Gabriel, really. So seriously, I love this list because look at the range. This is not one mood. This is layers of gratitude. You've got Burning Desire and Electric Love, which are that intense, alive energy, that feeling like your heart is beating louder than your doubts, right? Then you swing straight into Happy, Glorious, and Best Day Ever, which are pure Sunlight records, don't you think? I mean, I'm an old lady, but I love some new sunshine, don't you? Pardon me, I need to refreshing because I talk a lot, y'all. So Those are walk into your first job smiling for no reason songs, if you ask me. And then I see Here Comes the Sun and Man in the Mirror. Let me tell you, that's tickling my old bone. Because, I love me some Beatles. I'm a rock fan by heart, right? I love to sing country, but I love all genres because they all sample each other. You find a little bit in everything of something else. You find a bluesy rock. Well, where do you think they got the rock from? Or Rocky Blues. Where do you think they got the blues from? Yeah, they are intertwining in every step of the way. So, that's deeper gratitude, if you ask me. That's reflective gratitude. And I've been through things, but I'm still standing. And then you've got wild cards like burn the house down. And that other one, fork your money. Yes, I used the fork word. Pardon me. And that's rebellious gratitude. That's I'm alive and I don't owe the world an apology for it. And I respect that because joy isn't always soft, right? Sometimes joy is defiant and joy is loud. Sometimes joy says, I'm choosing my best life, whether you understand it or not. And what I really love is that this playlist proves something important. Okay. Gratitude doesn't sound one way. It can be funky, it can be soulful, pop, hip hop, rock, cinematic, motivational, rebellious, reflective. I mean, that's the point. The right song is the one that makes you feel present in your own body, the one that makes you nod your head and think, yeah, I'm here. I made it. This is my life, and I'm glad I get to live it right now. There's nothing wrong with having a bunch of good songs like that to listen to. And I mean, come on, y'all, every single day, because music is a big part of life. And sure, there's people out there don't like music all that much. Well, let me tell you something. You need to change that because it's true. Music does soothe the savage beast. Okay. All right. So we're going to head on to the next one here. We have, another list, Vanessa Carlton. More than this. Oh, yeah. Heroes and Thieves, Sincere. I'm at peace messages. There you go. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely love those. Let's see here. What else we got? Take My Hand, Vroom Vroom, 1999, Blame It on Your Love. Ooh, there's a good one for me. Girls Night Out, even better. Roll With Me, fun party songs about having fun and being happy. Absolutely. Remember, these are comments from others, so they might chime in here with some parentheses here and there. So Carly Rae Jepsen, there I said it right, Runaway, With Me, First Time, Cut to the Feeling, Now That I Found You, Too Much, Take a Picture, Good Time. Basically, all of her music makes my heart sing. Apparently, somebody likes this one. Songs about young love, platonic love, friendship, having a good time. Absolutely. Becky G, Shower, JoJo, The Happy Song. Oh, this is a whole mood shift, and I love it because now we're getting into two very specific flavors of gratitude here. Oh, thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate that. Gabriel says, wow, I am just amazed in your bright and beautiful personality. I am so thankful for you to say that. Thank you so much. I do try. I've only been on here on this channel for a year now, so I'm still a little bit nervous. But thank you. That is definitely good for my self-esteem. So, that two flavors of gratitude, right? That's important. You've got Vanessa Carlton Lane, which is that peaceful, grounded, I've survived and I'm okay energy. That kind of music doesn't jump up and down, it settles in your chest. It feels like standing on a balcony at sunset and realizing you're not chasing anything in that moment. You're just present. And then, you flip to a few others like Carly Rae, and suddenly it's glitter and motion and main character energy. It's windows down. It's late night drives, texting your friends to go out because you feel good just to feel good. Okay. And I love that because gratitude isn't only quiet reflection, sometimes it's loud and pink and dancing in your kitchen. And when someone says, Carly Rae makes their heart sing, come on, y'all, that tells me they're connecting to that young love, friendship, pure fun, complicated joy, that feeling, like life is happening right now and you want to be in it. And then you throw in Becky G's Shower. Okay, come on. JoJo's The Happy Song. Mm-mm-mm. And that's almost childlike happiness, even for me. That's bubbly. That's smiling without overthinking it. And this list really proves is, oh, pardon me, hair, something, that being thankful to be alive, it doesn't always look deep and philosophical. Sometimes it looks like blasting pop music and feeling cute in your own skin, even when you're my age. Sometimes it looks like dancing badly and not caring. I do that too. If nobody's in the house, of course. Honestly, that kind of joy is powerful, okay? Because it's intentional. It says, I'm choosing to celebrate this moment instead of analyzing it. And that right there is a beautiful way to live. I can't think of a better way, truly. All right, we had more comment. Some of my favorite good mood songs to listen to while driving. Good to Be Alive, Hallelujah, Andy Grammer, Amen. My Church, Maureen Morris, Something About a Truck, Kip Moore. Ooh, my brother. Now, we're talking Texas tough here. El Scorcho by Weezer, Howl. Okay, that is a huge contrast. We just went from Kip Moore and Maren Morris to Weezer. You go, man. I love that kind of energy. I'm not playing. I love that kind of energy. I will go from country to rock to classical if I just feel like it. All right, Howl, Beware of the Darkness. Right on. Pop Rocks and Coke. Yes, Green Day. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. I'm a Queen lover. Boss B is a Queen lover. Yeah, Boss B, Queen B. Yeah, that too. Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Suede. Good one. Dream On by Aerosmith. Hey, you getting into my stuff now. Sabotage by Beastie Boys. Y'all, I'm going to have to go listen to that one. I forgot that one. What's this about? Hello. Werepath. I hope I said that right. Forgive me if I didn't. This is about music gratitude. It's some Reddits that I pulled out that I thought maybe we could talk about. All right, so that list is pretty cool. I love it because this is not sit on the couch and feel grateful music. This is movement gratitude, okay? And we are talking about right now a Reddit story that basically is just, asking what are your favorite songs? What do you listen to? She says she just got a new job and she's wanting a playlist that keeps her upbeat. She's loving life. She has her first new job and she just wants to hear what everybody else thinks is a good song to start her day with. All right. So, this music is like, I'm driving somewhere. I've got places to be, right? So I've got a life that's unfolding and I'm choosing the soundtrack for it. That's where we're at. And when you start with Good to Be Alive, yeah, you're basically announcing your mindset before the engine even warms up, right? That song is chest out, hands on the wheel, smiling for no reason, energy. And then My Church takes it somewhere spiritual, but in a grounded way, right? Like the road itself becomes sacred, like The drive becomes therapy. And I respect that because sometimes gratitude hits hardest when you're alone with your thoughts and a long stretch of highway. Then you swing into Don't Stop Me Now. Oh, that would be my first choice. My first choice anytime, every time, right? You know, I'm a Queen girl. That's pure exhilaration, if you ask me, really. That's the kind of song that makes you press the gas a little bit harder and feel unstoppable. Like nothing can interrupt your momentum and hooked on a feeling and dream on. Come on, come on. Y'all can't tell me you don't feel that already. Just thinking about it. Timeless, classic gratitude. That feeling like you're part of something bigger than just today, that like your story is still building and you're thankful that you get to be in it. And then you throw in sabotage. Oh man. Suddenly gratitude is loud and chaotic and alive. And that's the way you want to get there, right? That's the way you want to feel when you get there. Just alive. It's raw energy. And I love that because being thankful to be alive doesn't always look calm. Sometimes it looks like screaming lyrics at the top of your lungs in traffic. And yeah, I do. And what this whole list really tells me is that you don't just want to feel good. You want to feel powerful and present, moving forward. And that kind of gratitude, the kind that shows up while you're in motion, that's the kind that carries you into whatever's waiting at the next stoplight. You know it's true. That's how it works. So, all right. Let's see here. We have some more. I can just set me up here. This is a new story. We just have a couple. Don't worry. I didn't go overboard. And there's still chaos, with the music. All righty. This is the next. Let's talk. How do you approach and appreciate music? That's a good question. We should ask ourselves that daily. I love this song live. I'm sorry, I can't hardly read things. Oh, by Hawk Nelson, a Christian singer. Okay. All right. I like some Christian singers too. I'll be honest with you. Forrest Frank is pretty awesome. I'm pretty impressed with this young man. But I have a young lady that, well, she's more my age, but a lady that I used to listen to a lot, and that was Amy Grant. And she is a Christian singer. She has such a beautiful voice. And, even when she tried to get into the pop scene, she was iffy. She was very clean with her songs and everything. Baby was about as risque as she got. So yeah, I liked her and her music. But yeah, I like to listen to Forrest Frank right now. He's pretty cool. He really is. So, heck yeah, whatever makes you happy. All music is good music. And the only bad singer is the one that doesn't try. That's what I grew up hearing from private lesson teacher for 12 years. Absolutely. A private lesson teacher for 12 years telling me, just do it. And that's what you got to do. And if you love it, do it more. Thank you. Thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate it. God bless you too, my friend. So very glad to have you here. It's so nice to find common ground with people out there, that somewhere in this story, they find a little piece of themselves and then we can sit and talk about it. And that's the best part for me. Knowing, somebody out there can relate to my stories. So I really appreciate you, Gabriel. Thank you. Okay, let me read this one now. People like music for completely different reasons. It's deceptively easy to forget. Furthermore, it's easy to assume that you and a person you're talking to listen to music in the same way. That's not true, is it? No? When that's not usually practical at all. For example, some people listen to music while doing other things. I do. I listen to it while I'm cleaning. Sometimes I'm even dancing while I'm cleaning. The vacuum cleaner does not tell. Let me just say that. Okay. And this is, I would consider to be more popular than hobby listening, as in listening to music for listening's sake. Some people value good production. Amen. Some value the aesthetic or uniqueness of the music. Okay. Some value the emotional impact of the music. Some value the quality of the lyrics. Some, and this is one of my personal least favorites, value music almost solely for nostalgic appeal. Hmm. Why would that be your least favorite? I mean, I would think nostalgic appeal is pretty awesome because I listen to old rock, classic rock, and it's amazing. Still, there are bands out there still trying to be like them. That's just me. And of course, there can be a mixing of those and more. Ah, there we go. But one will usually be paramount. True. That is true. All right. I'd like, just for curiosity's sake, you to name a song for or album that you consider to be a favorite of yours and explain why it is as relating to the way you listen to and appreciate music. I'll go first. The album Swords by Yabuchin. I hope I said that right. Pardon me if I didn't. This is my best example of valuing a unique aesthetic over quality. When I say aesthetic, I don't mean a visual aesthetic. I mean a piece of music. Piece of music's qualitative, you know that word, unique or distinguishing sonic qualities. I find music that I feel is aesthetically unique but badly produced far more attractive than aesthetically bland, but excellently produced music for the record. However, I wholeheartedly believe the production of this album is entirely purposeful, even at its weirdest. Oh, you're losing me here. I believe this album is a meeting point of both quality and aesthetic. If you say aesthetic one more time, forgive me, y'all. Oh, good. It's going to say it again. But it is definitely aesthetic forward. Anyway, it'll be a few hours before I'm able to respond, but I will definitely do so to any of your comments should you decide to leave them. Okay, this is a good one because this isn't what songs do you like. This is how do you listen. If that's if I'm able to simplify what all he just said. It's how you listen. And that's a totally different conversation because music isn't just content, it's relationship, right? And I love that we're pointing out something we forget all the time, which is that not everyone is using music the same way. Same Some people use it like wallpaper. Fills the room while they cook, clean, work, drive, live, And that's not shallow, that's function. That's mood setting, that's energy regulation. And then you've got hobby listeners, the ones who put headphones on and sit with an album like it's a book. They notice the layers, the production, the way a snare hits, the way a vocal is mixed, the way a transition feels intentional or chaotic. And neither way is superior. They're just different relationships to sound. And I love that this person values aesthetic uniqueness over polished production because that tells me they're chasing feeling over perfection. That's important. They're drawn to texture, to weirdness, to something that doesn't sound like everything else. And I actually respect that deeply because sometimes clean production can make music feel so much safer and predictable, engineered. And well, sometimes what hits hardest is the strange, slightly uncomfortable, sonically imperfect stuff, that feels like it came from somewhere raw. And if I'm honest about how I approach music, I'm emotional first. I don't I don't lead with production or technical analysis. Okay. I lead with what does this to my body? Does it change my posture? Does it change my breathing? Or does it take me somewhere mentally? Let's see what Gabriel has to say here. I love Jeremy Camp. He is also a Christian singer, and I've been listening to him since I was about 12 years old. And he talks about death and getting closer to God and so on. And he really helps me. When I was 12 years old, my dad died, and he was had has helped me a lot. Well, see, that is my point exactly. And I'm so happy that you found that peace in that moment, Gabriel. And everybody else has died around me. I've lost a friend, a sister, and more, but God has helped me through it all. Amen. Amen, Gabriel. And God bless. I'm so sorry for what you've gone through, but it really sounds like you've come through it okay. And I can appreciate a story like that. Thank you so much for sharing. Absolutely. That's amazing. Because, hi, Patty, friend. How are you, honey? Good to see you, too. Yeah, Gabriel, I'm really glad you shared your story with me, and I really appreciate that, because that's the point I'm trying to make. And you found God through music too. That makes a big difference. There are some religions out there that say, music is not allowed. Well, I don't understand that, because, you know, music is amazing, and we get to stand in the church and sing to Him, right? So, okay, back to the story. Forgive me. Does it take me somewhere mentally? Is what I was saying. Because for me, music is transport system. Okay, it's either moving me forward, grounding me, hyping me up, or helping me process something I don't have words for yet. And that's why two people can listen to the same album and walk away with completely different experiences. Because one is listening for structure and the other is listening, well, for resonance. And that's not a conflict. That's proof that music is alive. It meets you where you are. And the way you appreciate it says as much as about you as the song itself. I mean, I know I have a handful of songs that I swear they wrote them for me. I'll give you one. My real name, my first name is Charlene. Anthony Hamilton, Charlene. The song, the lyrics, I can hear it in my life. It may not be exactly that, but it's a good song, and it's got my name on it. And that alone fills me up. But then to have lyrics touch home, connect with me, it's pretty awesome, I think. Anyway. All right. So we have another here. Number 7. There we go. Another comment. I don't think I approach all music the same way. You can't go into art music with a pop music mindset or art music with a pop music. Are we repeating ourselves? Art music with pop music mindset. Thank you. And I think they meant a pop music with an art mindset. Sometimes I'm looking for music I can engage with emotionally, sometimes intellectually, and sometimes I just want to throw down on some throwdown jams. Okay, there you go. What I often value highly is music that can be both art and pop. Okay, that's where I'm at. You know, I listen to a song first. I'm listening to the melody. I'm not going to listen to the lyrics the first time I hear it, because I'm not going to be able to remember them all. And there's going to be some I want to if I like the song, right? So you want a song that you can engage with, something where you can engage with it by either thinking deeply or shutting off your brain, and both will be a fulfilling experience. Now, I find this kind of music is pretty rare, or at least rarely done well. 4 foot, 33 inches is great, but it's not accessible, right? So the hives are a great bit of fun, but I'm not sure there are any grand ideas at play here. The best mixing of these I've heard is Quadrophenia by The Who. Quadrophenia. Sorry, I know The Who. It's a banger with some amazing songs, but it also has so much more going on. It uses lit motives really effectively to tell the story of what Jimmy, the protagonist, is going through and how he reacts to the situation at hand. At the same time, the themes really tie into the band itself as well as the mod movement they were a part of. Okay, Gabriel, thank you so much. You have a blessed day too, my friend. Thank you for being here and thank you for subscribing. So there is a lot to analyze about it, and it expresses a lot of idea through the music and even through the album name and album art. Part of what I love about it is that you could totally miss all of that and still enjoy the album. And apparently the OP, the original poster response, I could kiss you for putting this into such good words. I absolutely agree. It's like musical compartmentalization. Say that one 5 times fast. No, don't. It's terrible. Okay, I love this though because the person just articulated something most people feel but can't explain, even if some of those words I couldn't pronounce. Pardon me. Which is, that we don't have one music brain. We have modes. And you can't walk into every listening experience with the same expectations. You don't go into art music expecting instant hooks. And you don't go into pop expecting layered conceptual storytelling every time. And I respect that. They said, sometimes I want to engage emotionally, sometimes intellectually, and sometimes I just want to throw on some throwdown jams, right? Because that's honest, that's real. And what really hits for me is this idea of music that can live in both worlds at once. Something you can blast in the car and feel alive to, but also sit with and unpack. Something that works on the surface, right? And underneath it. And when they talk about The Who like that, that's the sweet spot for me. That's an album that rewards attention but doesn't demand it. You can scream the choruses or you can study the lip motives. I can't say that word very well, but I'm trying. And the storytelling and the cultural context, pardon me, and both are valid experiences. And the original poster calling it musical compartmentalization is perfect. Okay, because that's exactly what it is. We shift compartments depending on what we need. And the rare magic is when a piece of music can move between those compartments seamlessly, when it can be art and pop, depth and drive, analysis and adrenaline, and that's when you found something that's going to last. It's important too. It's probably the most important part of it. Okay, hold on 1 second, a little bit more. Now then. So let's see. We have another. This hits home. When I'm appreciating lyrical hip hop like Kendrick Lamar, I tend to put the focus on lyrics, but I can't do that to, say, Playboy Cardi. I'll just nod my head to the rhythm and production. Okay. I'll be honest. I don't know who that is, but this is such a real take because it proves the whole point of the thread, right? You don't listen to everything the same way, and you shouldn't. You probably shouldn't. When someone says with Kendrick Lamar, they lean into the lyrics, that makes total sense because that's music built to be unpacked. It's layered, It's narrative driven. It's almost literature over rhythm. So, of course, your brain shifts. And yes, I know some people don't like it, but you really, if you would study it just a little bit more, you could find that you do. So, of course, your brain shifts into analysis mode, right? Or rather, mine does. That's just how it works. You're listening for meaning, for metaphor, for the message underneath the beat. Then you pivot to someone like Playboy Cardi. And from what little I do know, it's not about lyrical density, it's about vibe, it's about texture, and it's about how the production hits your body. And that's not lesser, it's just different. It's head nod music, it's energy music, it's atmosphere. And what I love about this comment is that it shows maturity in listening, because instead of forcing every artist into the same framework, they're allowing the music to tell them how to engage with it. That's respect for the art. That's the understanding that some music is meant to be decoded, and some music, well, it's just meant to be felt physically. The magic is knowing when to think and when to just let the beat move you. All right, so here's another. I don't have an all time favorite song, but the one I've been going back to a lot lately is King Park by La Dispute. It's a gritty song that tells a true story about a kid shot at Martin Luther King Park in Grand Rapids in a drive by, and the raw emotion in the singer's voice sucks me into it. I will forever appreciate any song that makes me visualize a story while I listen to it. And King Park is definitely one of those for me. Wow. See, that's what I'm talking about. Every song hits differently. You may not see what the song was written about, but it's still going to hit differently. That's just the way it is. So this one, I think, hits different because now we're not talking about a vibe or pop crossover or head nod energy. We're talking about immersion. You know, when someone says a song sucks me into it because of the raw emotion in the voice, that tells me they're listening for storytelling first. They want to be transported. They want to see it play out in their head like a film. And a song like King Park is heavy, it's gritty, it's uncomfortable. But that's the point. It doesn't let you sit back casually. It demands attention. It makes you visualize a scene, feel the tension, hear the desperation. That's a very specific way of appreciating music. It's not about whether it's catchy. It's about whether it's easy to replay at a party. It's about whether it moves you into someone else's reality for a few minutes. And I respect that deeply, because music that tells a story and makes you see it unfold is powerful. That's art doing what art is supposed to do. Not just sounding good, but making you feel like, something, I don't know, complex and human, right? All right, we have another one here. Personally, for me, I'm sorry, hold on. That's not the one I wanted here. Okay, you know what? Actually, what we are going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this break thing, okay? And then I will be back in just a few moments. Please enjoy the song.
She came from the quiet storms, built a fire from the ground, turned a whisper to a warning. Now her voice shakes the town. Every setback was a lesson, every doubt became a key, unlocking something bigger. That's the rise of Boss B. When the lights go low, her vision hits high. She built a whole damn network off a promise and a try. Every sunrise, every moment, she's stacking legacy. This ain't just a channel, this is BBTV. Boss B rising, BBTV's igniting. Turn the volume up, yeah, the whole world's invited. From the gravel road to the neon dream, she built an empire out of broken wings. Boss B rising. founder of the BBTV dynasty. Boss be rising, BBTV's igniting, turn the volume up. Yeah, the whole world's invited from the gravel roads to the neon dream. She built an empire out of broken wings. Boss be rising, sky ain't even the ceiling when she hits go live. Everybody feels it. She's got fire in the head, it's got truth in the frame, got a heart that won't retire and a gift you can't name. Every loop, every letter, every dream she sets free, it's a love note to the world sign. Boss B. And the world keeps watching as the numbers climb, but she's counting all the moments, not the dollar signs. From the late night grind to the daylight scene, she's building something bigger than the algorithm's dream. Boss be rising, BBTV shining, her story's rewriting, a legacy in real time. Boss be rising, BBTV's igniting, turn the volume up. Yeah, the whole world's invited from the gravel roads to the neon dream. She built an empire out of broken wings. Boss be rising, sky ain't even the ceiling when she hits go live. Everybody feels it. BBTV, where the stories breathe. BBTV, where the dreamers believe. Boss be rising, watch her take her place. This is BBTV, this is her grace.
Join Boss B for Ask a Bee Monday through Friday, 12 noon Central Standard Time and Jukebox Journey every Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
All right, we're having some technical difficulties in here today. I can't get my stuff to come back up now. It's crazy. I hate when this happens in this silly thing. And it won't fix. Of course it won't. All righty. Well, we can still go on. Or at least end it here. I'm afraid I'm going to have to do that because I can't get things to work right on here. So, let me just do this real quick. Forgive me my early ending today, folks. It could be my internet. I did have an issue this morning. We had an outage going on, which I didn't think could happen, but it did. So, I am going to leave it right there. I think that's a perfect place to anyway, because I think I got my point across. You need music. Music is part of your life, whether you hear it from somebody else or whether you hear your own. Music is a part of everybody's life, right? So, because when you really listen to everything, like what we've talked about, music isn't just something we consume. It's something we live inside of. It carries our childhood. It holds our heart rate. It celebrates our wins. It tells our stories back to us. And when we don't have the words, whether you're blasting it in the car, studying every lyric and analyzing an entire discography, singing in a choir, raising a musical family, or just letting a soundtrack get you through a hard season, music shows up. It never fails. it understands, it connects, it lifts. And that alone sometimes is something to be thankful for. So if there's a song that makes you grateful to be alive right now, drop it in the comments for me and tell me why. Let's build something beautiful together. I'll see you next time. And let me tell you too, if you will drop it in my comments, I'll make you a video for you. Specifically for you, I'll put your name in it and everything because I love my shorts. And if there's nothing else I ever do, I'll do my music shorts because it gives me those moments that I need it. All right, you guys. I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Gabriel, to our new friend who has subscribed today, and Patty, friend, for always being here. You're the best, sweetheart. I love you so much. I will see you. Oh, my goodness. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow is Freak Out Friday. Let's see what kind of petty mess I can come up with. I bet you I can find something. Love you guys. Check out Tuber Chat, would you?
I want to take a minute to shout out Tuber Chat. If you're a creator who's tired of surface level advice, and actually wants to understand how YouTube works, that's the space. It's real conversations with real creators who are in the trenches building channels, testing ideas. No posturing, no gatekeeping, no fake guru energy, just people sharing what's working, what isn't, and why. If you're serious about growing, learning, and not doing this alone, check out Tuber Chat. The link is in the description. If you're enjoying this show, subscribing is the easiest way to support what's being built here on BBTV. You'll see the join button right next to subscribe. No pressure, no expectations, just an option for people who want to support the channel in a real way. We're live every day at 3 p.m. Central now. And don't worry, we didn't change the heat, just the clock. And if you've got a story you want to share, send it in. Anonymous is always fine.
A boss be rising.